Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. So today we'll explore the messages that Spirit has for you in this moment. We'll be uncovering insights and guidance from the cards to light up your path. This is a timeless reading and will find you whenever it's meant to. So let's shuffle the cards and see what comes through. Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. So at the very centre we have the Six of Stones, and I see this is you, Sagittarius, who I feel like in this card we see someone who is searching for gold in this river. So they are sifting for gold. And the Six of Stones traditionally is about reciprocity, so it's about give and take and receiving. So I feel like in a situation at the minute, what's hanging over your head is maybe trying to search for the good in a situation, in the sense that you don't feel like you're getting back what you have put in. This is quite like a dark scene. There is the moon that is shining, which is lighting up this person's situation, which the moon signifies our intuition. But it's almost like that I'm hearing and feeling like in a bit of a vacuum at the moment, of maybe someone has gone quiet on you, or you have maybe voiced your opinions about what you need and what you want, and there's some kind of silence on the other end about you're not getting a clear answer and you're not getting back what you have put in. And you are questioning the situation really and searching to see, is this worth my while? What am I getting out of this situation? Does it have the potential for me to get out of this situation what I need and what I want, essentially? Now what's crossing it is interesting, is the Major Arcana, the Hierophant, or in this deck it's the Peacemaker. And this is you, Sagittarius, in all your glory in a way. The Sagittarius is a teacher really they're often connected to philosophy, and there's a spiritual side to many Sagittariuses, in that they have this kind of innate spirituality and connection to a higher power, but they're also garner a lot of respect from others. You're really a natural leader in many senses, Sagittarius, and a teacher is something that's very significant, and it's like something that you have to offer here. You can be, often Sagittariuses are healers as well. We see this person here who is the healing energy coming from their hands. Now I want to see how this ties into this kind of reciprocity, give and take, feeling like maybe that your gifts here that we see that aren't being recognized, essentially, and that could be by someone, an individual, or it could be by a group of people. Like it could be obviously a work situation, family, friends, or it could be a romantic love connection. So whatever applies to you, Sagittarius. Now what we've got grounding and driving the reading is the Apprentice of Bowls. Again, we see this spiritual element, this higher self being connected to you, Sagittarius. And it's like the messages from your higher self or from spirit are traveling through you and kind of informing you what to do next. And that's how you have operated or do operate. And with this being in the kind of what's driving this scenario, maybe that's what's made you question that if you're on the right path, Sagittarius, is what I'm hearing. Maybe if you meditate or just something like, say, if you've got innately, it's like your intuition is potentially saying, hang on, is this the right path for me? Am I going down the right road? Because what we've got crowning it here is the Judgment card, or discernment, which is about making wise decisions. It's also a very karmic card, with it being judgment. So it's about basically what you put in, getting back what you put in. So again, it raises that question of, are you having to overextend yourself, Sagittarius, in the situation that you find yourself in? And I feel like it's a real, what you're being faced with is quite a big question, in the sense that it could change the whole trajectory of where your path is going. With this being the Judgment card, is all about karma. It's about soul lessons, etc. All of that kind of big stuff, really. So I feel like it's a bit like, is this the right path for me? And that's what's coming up, and you're not feeling appreciated, you're not feeling valued. Just gonna ask for another, yeah. So we've got the Star card here. Ancestors again coming up here, who have obviously lived before you, Sagittarius, and this could be your spirit guides who are directing you really to, this is the Star card, so this is about wishes, long held wishes, or soul path again, you know, just not just a wish here and there, as in something that you've longed for some time. So this feels connected to, again, something like it could change the whole path of where you're actually going, because, and this question has come up of if you're being valued, and maybe it's a path that you've been on for some time and has been fine, but now isn't, and it's the energy has changed. Because the Ace of Pipes, this is in the past, and this is you, Sagittarius, diligently collecting diamonds, channeling them, working on yourself. I see you having a very full life as well here. So there's music, the sun is shining, it's very magical energy, there's a lot of flow here. And the Ace of Pipes is about expanding our horizons. It can be about creative projects, or it can be whatever area that you have experienced it, whatever this is connected to, Sagittarius. It's like a new beginning that you experienced, and something that was very positive and was very hopeful. And then now maybe there's something has come into question. Now in the near future, we've got the Ace of Arrows. So the Ace always being, again, about new beginnings. But with this one, this person, so this is you, Sagittarius, is having to really hold their space. And I think Spirit is saying not to make any big decisions as yet, to maybe let this play out for now, whatever that has come into question. This person is sitting still, you know, is in a meditative pose, is in alignment with Spirit. So again, to get messages that have come through clearly. They're not doing anything rash, but they are putting a lot of effort and focus into holding the space and waiting for the full picture, waiting for the answers that you need, Sagittarius, to come through for you. Get the full picture before making any decisions. So at the moment, it's almost like the best action is inaction. So if you haven't got the full picture, the advice is always just to hang fire and stay still and stay focused and hold that space. Because there is a bounty coming through here with this bounty card. So this is the Empress. This is about the divine feminine. It's about a harvest here, receiving, reaping what you sow, a positive outcome for you, and it's like being appreciated, getting exactly almost the opposite of what you're feeling now, Sagittarius, of getting so much more back from what you've put in. Now this is in the advice position, so this is about you nurturing your gifts, Sagittarius, as well. Like, are you do you value your gifts? You know, that is a question as well. Are you valuing your gifts? The Empress is like the earthly mother, so she's very nurturing. She has a more soft, gentle approach to allowing things to grow and give them space. And again, I feel like that's what Spirit is encouraging you to do. Just going to ask for another card for some clarity here. Yeah, so we've got the Hermit, which is, or the Guide in this deck, which is about, again, taking time to go inward. You'll find the answers within. So this kind of message of inaction at the minute for you, Sagittarius. So not to do anything at the moment until you've got the full picture. Now this is external energy. So this is the people that are influencing you and are around you. And it's like, it's interesting because it's a very similar energy to this center region. To you, it's the Two of Stones. This person is at the same river as you. We see the same trees in the background, but it's a different time of day. And they are also sifting for gold. So this is a strange dynamic of, maybe this may make sense to some of you, Sagittarius, that the person or the company, you know, the job, whatever, on the other side of it is looking at what they are getting out of this situation and questioning if it's enough. It feels kind of a bit of a brighter situation than yours in the sense of their perspective and their outlook, or maybe that they're getting more than what you're putting in, for example, is really the overall message is, I feel like that you're being shortchanged, Sagittarius, and maybe you know that. But this person, nonetheless, even though they could be shortchanging you, they don't think that. They think that they, if anything, that they're being shortchanged, and they can have a more graspy energy, as in the sense of that poverty consciousness of feeling like that what they don't understand, like actually what a good position they're in. Those people who, when you give them something and all they want is more, they just ask what's next. That's what's the kind of energy that I'm getting from the flip side of this for you, Sagittarius. So I feel like that's an important bit of information. Again, let it play out, but this is getting an insight into what's going on the other person's side of this. And I feel like that they're transfixed and very focused on just what are they getting out of this situation, but in a kind of grabby energy kind of a way. Now your hopes and dreams, you just want this peaceful space to be able to exist in, really, with the nurturing lodge of bowls. You want to be connected to the ones that you love. You want to have shelter, have enough to eat. It's like there's not a huge ask, really. You just want to be able to enjoy the comforts of the day-to-day life and exist in peace and harmony with those around you, which is a beautiful goal, Sagittarius, and a beautiful intention that I'm feeling that is coming through. And maybe you've had to really fight, Sagittarius, for being appreciated and getting back what you give. Maybe, like I say, over giving or overextending yourself as something that you've done throughout, you know, in the past as well, and that this has come up again of maybe feeling underappreciated, not feeling, but actually being underappreciated and not being valued. And this really is your goal, and I feel like you are having to fight for something that is really rightfully yours and should be freely given, but instead you're having to fight for it, which is challenging, of course. But in the final outcome position, we have the exemplar of stones, and what I see, Sagittarius, is you emerging with what is rightfully yours. We see this woman here who is full of wisdom, who is full of insight and has listened. She's sat in this sort of, it's like a shell really, but it's like one of those shells that always reminds me of a shell that you listen to the ocean in. And it's like, if you can listen to follow the thread, listen to what your intuition tells you. So as the information is unfolded and it becomes clear what you need to do, and the time for action will come. And if you can follow those steps, Sagittarius, I see you emerging in a good position. So if money is involved as well, just because we've got the exemplar of stones, I see you coming out as well whole in a sense. If you're feeling a bit, if it literally is about gold and feeling that you are being shortchanged on finances, I see that you do come out emerging in a good position. So it could be for some of you, excuse me, for some of you it could be a fight over money, literally, about payment and about being underpaid for some of you. Or if it's, you know, that only applies to a certain group of you. But whatever situation it is, I do see you coming out of it in a good position, in a strong position. So that is very reassuring to see. But it just feels imperative here that the message that brings with that from Spirit is to listen to and to be wise. So to make those wise decisions, Sagittarius. At the minute, the message is to hold out till you have more information before taking any action. But once you have that information that you need, then you take those steps accordingly. And I see you coming out of this whole. I hope this reading resonated for you, Sagittarius. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments down below and subscribe for all future readings. But wishing you all the best with this situation. Love and light.